the AAA Race Show. I'm your host, Austin Aziz. Well, made for hire, coming to you from the Stag Studio with my co-host over here, Jimmy. We're back for another episode of the AAA Race Show. Glad that you're joining us this week because we had some crazy racing action this past week. NASCAR, Cup, Xfinity, and Trucks all at Atlanta, and Formula One in Saudi Arabia finally saw someone besides Max Verstappen get a win. So all that to come here on the AAA Race Show this week, so let's go ahead and get into it. In NASCAR, we saw a doubleheader on Saturday with Trucks and Xfinity. Trucks in the morning, and I was watching this race, strolling around Walmart, had it open on my phone, catching up on all of the racing over in Atlanta. But we did see a couple cautions throughout the race, took out a couple good trucks, but we had to go into overtime, and that is where things got crazy. Christian Eckes is actually able to hold off the charging field coming out of turn 4 and get the win. What a crazy end to that race. Now, on the Xfinity Series race, and actually, we're going to be doing something. Dang! That's a doozy. Dang, That's a Doozy is brought to you by D&D Welding and Fabrication out of Buffalo, Missouri. If it's made out of metal or you need it made out of metal, D&D Welding and Fabrication are the guys to go to. D&D at 417-267-2224 can take care of all your metal working needs. Now, this week's Dang That's a Doozy is the whole entire Xfinity Series race. They might as well just call D&D up to the race because I'm pretty sure almost every car there needed something done to it, even our winner. Starting off, we had just a wreck fest all race long. Could not get a couple green flag laps in. They show up on the screen there. How much of the race has been yellow, how much has been green. There's so much of the race. It's just caution laps. We had a 20-minute caution, so you get a lot of wrecks. We end up going into overtime, though, and when we were racing, these guys were racing so aggressive that it was super exciting to watch. So heading into overtime, Austin Hill leads Parker Kligerman and Daniel Hemrick. Now, coming to one lap to go after our overtime, Parker Kligerman tries to make a move coming out of turn 4, but Daniel Hemrick gets into Parker. Parker gets into Austin Hill. Everyone almost keeps it straight. Austin Hill does, and Parker Kligerman spins around Daniel Hemrick, taking second. Parker Kligerman not able to hold on to third, spinning backwards, coming across the track. Ryan Truex takes third, and Parker Kligerman takes fourth. What a crazy way to end the race. I was rooting for Parker Kligerman there at the end, see if he could get a win. But it just wasn't his race, and I'm pretty sure it's shaping up to be Austin Hill's year. He has had such a good year with already a couple wins under his belt and top 5s in almost every race. Austin Hill is definitely an early championship favorite. Heading over to the Cup Series race, these guys definitely learned something from watching the Trucks and Xfinity Series race on how not to do it. And they fixed it in their race. We had one caution where Bubba Wallace's car gets loose coming out of the corner and goes around. That's our only caution besides the stage breaks until stage 3. And that's whenever these guys start getting aggressive because there's a trophy, there's points, and money on the line. Now, first we see Kevin Harvick go around. Ross Chastain gets right up there, and everyone was really quick to judge because, to be honest, Ross Chastain has had a little bit of a history in getting into guys in races. But he didn't touch Kevin Harvick here, just got a little too close, and the air moved Kevin Harvick and spun him out in front of the field, causing a huge pile-up. And that's how fast and how on the edge these guys are going, that just a little bit of movement from the car behind you can completely let you lose control of your car and go around ruining your day. And then we see Eric Almirola, who uses a little bit of strategy, stays out and leapfrogs the field, blow a tire, the only tire that we saw blow in the entire race or any tire problems in front of the field, in the lead, taking out Kyle Larson and causing damage to a couple other drivers. Not a good day for the Chevys. Then we get going again, and Brad K is in the lead, and he is trying to get his first victory with RFK. He's been working so hard there. He's been over there, and they were not running very good, but he's worked really hard over this offseason to get that team running up front, and it has really paid off. You see the 17 and the 6 up front every single week, and one of these times, it's going to be their time to win a race. But it wasn't at Atlanta because Joey Logano, who gets a run to the outside, Christopher Bell pushing him to the lead, gets a win, and I think it was right for Joey Logano to win. He leads 140 of the 260 laps and gets his first win of the season and breaks the Chevy winning spree. We hadn't seen any other manufacturer besides a Chevy win the season, and we see this Ford go out and get it done. Fords were fast in qualifying, and it paid off during the race. And we're going to go ahead and head on over to IMSA, which was the 12 hours of Sebring. Now, we actually are going to be taking out the trash with this week's Trash Move of the Race. Brought to you by Ozark Mountain Sanitation at 417-207-0883. Ozark Mountain Sanitation, the best trash service in the nation. Located in Fair Grove, Missouri. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys there. And here is the replay of about 11 hours and 30 minutes into this race. So these guys were exhausted. Sebring is bumpy and a brutal track. And then we see someone go off the track, come back on, could not get it straightened back out, and could not get it slowed down before the corner. Now this looks like retaliation, but I think that he definitely didn't hit the brakes as hard as he would have, but he was trying to slow down because he was still had a shot to win this race. But this move was not all bad because whoever was running in fourth just had a wish granted to them as the first 3 cars got taken out. He was pretty far behind and not really in contention to move up any more spots. And then it's just a gift that comes down, and he is automatically in first place with about 20 minutes to go in the 12 hours of Sebring. What a cool event. And if you haven't checked out IMSA, check them out. They don't have a race here for a couple of weeks, but whenever they do, you can learn it here on the AAA Race Show. Heading on over to Saudi Arabia, Formula One has a good Sunday morning race where we see Max Verstappen finally not get a victory. I feel like it's been forever since someone else besides him has won. But it wasn't all great because it was his Red Bull teammate, Sergio Perez. Now, I am for the Mercedes, as you can tell, which is why I will be wearing my Mercedes hat on the AAA Race Show for the next few weeks to see if Lewis Hamilton can get another win and maybe even get that 8th championship. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to On the Menu. Now, On the Menu is brought to you by Top Limb Tracer, Big Easy Grill, my mistake there. Big Easy Grill, the finest Cajun cuisine, located on East Sunshine, 417-832-0040. Great food, great experience. Make sure you tell them that Austin Aziz from the AAA Race Show sent you out there to get whatever you're craving that day. So much great food to get there. And my favorite is going to have to be the fried bologna sandwich. That is just what I like to get. My dad likes the jambalaya, and sister, she just likes a bowl of shrimp. So you can get whatever you want there. Now, on the menu for this week, Cup will be Sunday at 2:30 p.m. at Coda. And Xfinity, Saturday, 4 p.m. And the Truck Series will be 12:30 p.m. So we have another doubleheader. Trucks and Xfinity will both be on Saturday in Coda, so lots of racing action. But I'm going to tell you how you're going to do your Saturday if you want to catch all the racing action. Our Twister Rally Test and Tune was postponed, and I haven't said anything about this on my Facebook page, but they were postponed last Thursday, and they will be racing. Will be having their test and tune this Saturday. And Springfield Raceway will have the Power Ride non-wing sprint cars and the US Air stock cars, $1,000 to win. Great way to kick off the Springfield Raceway season. Now, how are you going to do your Saturday? You're going to head on out to Twister Alley Raceway to check out their test and tune. Great place to go. Then head on over to Springfield Raceway and watch some great racing Saturday night action. You wake up in the morning, after you recorded the Xfinity and Truck Series race, watch them, and then watch the NASCAR Cup Series race. Sounds like a great weekend of racing. And in the NASCAR Cup Series race, Josh Berry is filling in for Chase Elliott. Now, he won't be doing this at all the tracks, not the road course tracks. And that'll be none other than Jordan Taylor. And we'll see him driving that number 9 car, Napa car, next week at COTA. It's going to be interesting to see, will he just go out there and be super fast, or will he have to learn? I don't know. Jordan Taylor's a really good guy and definitely really good driver. And you're definitely going to be able to spot him at the racetrack because who knows what crazy thing he'll be wearing. Now, we're going to move on to Get Excited. Now, Get Excited brought to you by Top Limb Tree Service. If you need a trim, call up Top Limb at 417-880-7867. Toby Sherrill and the crew will come out to your house. Take care of all your tree trimming needs. And it's getting about springtime where you need to get some tree limbs trimmed. Leaves are growing back. Everything like that's happening. None other to call than Top Limb Tree Service to do whatever you need done for your trees. Now, the Bristol Dirt Race will be coming up here in a couple weeks. I'm excited for the Bristol Dirt Race. We're going to be putting dirt, and who knows, we may have to talk to Myrtle the Dirtle again, because last year she definitely had a say on who won, and see if she may want Cal Busch to win again. He's not the Candyman anymore, but she did say that she thought Cal Busch was pretty handsome, so we'll have to see on that. And make sure you check out ORP TV, where Mr. Craig Stagner will tell you all you need to know about all the local races coming up next week, results, birthdays, and a weather forecast. ORP TV has it all. So make sure you check them out on Wednesdays and Sundays at 6 p.m. And we had a great show today, folks. And since I say that the Twister Alley Test and Tune is canceled, we actually have a surprise here at the end of the show, so make sure you stick around for that. But I think that about does it for us this week, folks. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Please make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. And I am Austin Aziz, Willman for Hire, coming to you from the Stag Studio with my co-host here, Jimmy, and Dylan the intern. And remember, folks, this show is brought to you by whatever Mom's making for dinner. And since the Twister Alley Test and Tune was postponed this week, we're just going to keep
If I gotta drive over the fool in front of me, man, to win, that's just racing.